morning, y'all. Thought I would just do a nice old-fashioned vlog. I will try not to babble for 12 to 15 minutes per usual. This angle, is it too much light? My cat's attacking me. And she's dead. She smelled my foot and killed over. Anyway, I switched up the room a little bit. Stop, please. Thank you. My bedroom's small. I gave Sarah the big bedroom because she has our king bed, and I kept the hospital bed. And that bedroom's much bigger. Plus, being on that side of the house, this is my neighbor's bedroom, which these walls are super thick and it's really well insulated. Back in the 80s, they built for quality. Well, actually 70s, because I was born in 72. That makes me 21, for those who can't do math. Anyway, and although there's other issues with apartments, like you can barely, this cat, you can barely, I cannot use my phone in the house as far as phone calls. Calls are dropped constantly. It's the wiring, more than likely, up there in the ceiling or whatever. Because it's not like I live I live on the west side of town, which is more rural, whatever that word is. And there are trees around, but it's not like in the middle of nowhere. So, I don't know. Now, maybe she'll settle down. Nah, thought wrong. Anyway, I had my a very good friend. She's becoming a very good friend. Anyway, let me finish my thought because I'm really bad at not finishing what I talk about. She lived in the apartment next door. I think she said she moved out 3 years ago. Or 4 years ago. She lived here for a while, and it was the exact same. And another friend lived here years ago on that. Ooh, did you see my arm fat jiggle? Sorry, I know that wasn't pretty. Anyway, she lived here, but in an apartment over there. And it was the same way. So you either had to talk in your car or text someone. Now, I can get on Facebook Messenger, like me and my sister-in-law, because she knows my phone is terrible in here. And it will not drop until my phone gets hot. I don't know why. Snapchat, I guess that happens to every phone. Snapchat and Messenger, video anyway. Video. Well, you know what I'm talking about. Always heats up the phone. And then it starts having issues. But anywho, so I was saying my friends, okay, Vanessa and Karen, one of them, Vanessa, was my stalker, is how we met. I call her my stalker. It's a complicated and none of your business kind of story. It's funny. If you really want to know, I'll tell you, but it's just a thing that happened. And I'm so glad it happened. And karma bit the other lady in the butt because she thought we were gonna, be mortal enemies. And it turns out that I absolutely love Vanessa, and Vanessa values my friendship too. And that makes me feel really good. But her and Karen came over because they know that I have been down and out for quite some time, my entire life. And I had, they do yearly inspection here because these are HUD apartments. They are not bad apartments by any means. They're not fancy. In fact, we ain't even got a cheapo dishwasher. Well, this is a dishwasher. But we had inspection coming up. And I just, sometimes to wash dishes, actually, I have to do it in shifts. With those of you who have back pain or neck pain or anything, or even chronic arm issue, because I have issues. Y'all will understand the in shifts cleaning thing. A lot of people will set their timer for 10 minutes, clean like crazy, and then stop for 10 minutes and do it again. And that's a great routine. But that's like, I gotta cut it off some days, and I hate that. But they came over, worked their butts off with me, and so appreciative. And it's really funny, the guy, it was a maintenance guy coming over, I guess. They were doing maintenance as well, checking the windows, because we have special windows, and you know, storm doors, the smoke detectors, the O2 things, the extinguishers, all that stuff they have to check. You know, safety. They have certain guidelines they have to check as well, plus the HUD stuff. I was kind of upset because it was a HUD inspection, but no HUD person came. I guess they go by the paperwork from them. But anyway, all three of us were standing outside the apartment when he came the first time. He sat there and kind of looked at, it's one of the young guys, and I think he's nervous around me anyway because of my beauty. Okay, because I'm a big girl and I look scary, I guess he thought maybe I would jump him. Like, I even want anything to do with a man. But, or another kind of jump, like I'd be angry. You can't unclog my toilet, what? Anyway, see, already 6 minutes. So, this is the troublemaker right there. Looking all innocent. Now she's going to take a nap in the middle of the bed. And he stayed a couple minutes in his truck and left. And we were like, what is he doing? I had no idea. Maybe he forgot his paperwork. I don't know. But we finished up, and about 30 minutes later, and they stayed for about 10 minutes to chat, and then both of them had different things they had to do. And he finally came back about 45 minutes after, did his 5-second inspection, and left. And I was thinking, all three of us, you know, we're not little skinny minis. We look like we could whoop some butt. We probably intimidated the poor kid, because he has to be in his... I'm so bad at gauging ages these days. Because, you know, just like my daughter, she's 12 and she looks, you know, 16. The baby face gives it away that she is younger than 16. But I have to give the I will stab you in the neck look to a lot of people when they look at her, because it just infuriates me. But from behind, and unless you really look at her face, which a lot of men don't, you really can't gauge how old she is. But I'm horrible at that. But I would say he's in his upper 20s. I wouldn't say he's 30 yet. But I think all three of us together scared him. But anyway, but what matters is the inspection cleared. Because they can get you for housekeeping violations, you know, and put you on a, like, I want to say detention just because I deal with the school. But you know what I'm talking about. It's like you got 30 days to clean up or whatever. But anyway, so that's over with. And then yesterday Sarah had her usual therapy. And I had because I had canceled last for my assessment. I had an assessment for therapy for my hands. I have a whole lot of issues. But the insurance I have, you have to deal... I'm sorry, no, that was the backpack. That was not the cat. They can only deal with one issue at a time. What I mean by that is back, upper limbs, lower limbs, all those are separate. And I have issues with all of those things. Lower limbs being balance issues sometimes. Excuse me. I caught a cough from someone, so thanks a lot, cougher. If there's something to catch, I catch it every single time we go anywhere. But so they gave me my right arm, or my right, it's the elbow. Well, my thing, I don't want to go through everything because I really don't want to make this a long video. But I have issues with numbing and pain and things like that. My fingers up to a little bit past my elbows on both hands, both arms. But my right one is the worst one, and you know, they tested strength and sensitivity and tons of different things. And she didn't tell me. I mean, I could ask for the results, but I wouldn't understand them probably. But she didn't tell me too awful much, but she said there was a huge difference. She gave me a wrist brace. Same kind you can actually buy at Walmart, I guess. And when, look, I'm not a doctor. I know everything is connected for a reason, but I don't understand the connections a lot of times. But apparently, I hope y'all don't think I'm stupid. Well, I don't really care if you think I'm stupid. You know, my issues are mainly, like I said, my elbow type stuff as far as the pain, where the pain is. Like, literally pain. Sometimes I can't twist my arm. The other things are, it's pain, but it feels more nerve related. But if I rest my wrist movements or limit my wrist movements, that will help up there. Who knew? Probably everyone but me. So I'm supposed to wear this little brace as much as possible, including during sleep. But now, when I take the wrist off, because it's basically immobile, when I take the wrist off, I don't snap my wrist off. When I take the brace off, now my wrist hurts. And of course I don't know a difference yet, because, you know, it's been since yesterday afternoon, or yesterday morning, but, so now I'm like, is that supposed to happen? And it probably does, because anyone who's ever twisted an ankle or whatever, you know, it's stiff or whatever until you work out the kinks, so I guess it's kind of like that. But, so now we wait to see if it's approved by my insurance. But she just basically rubbed me down so freaking hard that it hurt. Apparently I have knots in the elbow region. When I say elbow, I mean onto almost like a tennis elbow. You know that area that is in between the bend and the elbow itself. It's like in between there. So, and the other had knots to work on as well. So that was extremely painful. And it was really funny because I had a sign on the wall that said, no whining, just as I almost started to whine. So I, you know, grew up and didn't. But anyway, so that happened, and that's it. Somebody contacted me via email, just kind of saying, I know, it was really sweet. I don't want to say who, but she just wants to send something to cheer me up, which I thought was really sweet. I'm new to the whole swap. Well, I wouldn't call it a swap. Those are gifts. When people say, hey, can I send you something? Do you mind? Or whatever, that it makes you feel really good. As y'all know, it makes you feel really good that people are thinking about you, and it's not like an obligation. It's not a swap where, well, I said I would, so here it is. And I'm not saying, I'm not trying to lessen those, because the few swaps that I have had, I'm thrilled when I get something. It's just like, it's amazing, and I learn something from everyone. That's why I watch your videos, which I'm way behind on. It's impossible to watch everybody, but I do try, especially the latest ones. Going back and watching old videos is nearly impossible. I subscribe to way too many people. I don't know why I do that. Shame on me. And I said I didn't want to make this a 12 to 15 minute video, and it's almost 14 minutes. But anyway, I'm sorry. If you got this far, say the usual word. No, you don't have to. But I do appreciate it. But anyway, I just wanted to say thank you for thinking about me. And for people who don't have friends or family, I do have a couple of friends here now. I don't have family anywhere. I have an ex-husband. And I have Sarah, who is my life. And I have my son, who is buried. That's basically my family here. I'm not close to the rest of my family. I do chat occasionally, but I have to push toxic people out of my life. Sometimes you have to do that, no matter what your... Sarah's watch is in here. Now I have to find it. It'll be easy. Anyway, that must mean there's a bomb, Sarah's watch is in here, or maybe my phone is telling me to shut up and cut the video off. So I will do so. But what I was saying was, little messages, watching videos, hearing people mention you, getting a like, all of that stuff, to a lot of people it's not popularity, or, oh, I've got 29 likes on this video, I got 200 people liking this video. To some people it's not about that. It's about just feeling like somebody cares for that 2 seconds, and a lot of people care way more than that. I gotta find that little watch, it's gonna make me crazy. Anyway, y'all have a good day. God bless. Do something good for somebody. And now the watch stops. It's happy because I'm shutting up. All right, you guys take care. God bless. Bye.